Dear Journal, hello there, sailor.
I just want to get off this rock. I was on my way to return the star. It's in a secure location.
Quite the performance for Captain Aldous.
If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, confound them with bullshit.
We're here for the star copy. He bought it.
Thank you.
Well, you're a thief and a liar. My kind of man. This note. They weren't after me. They were after you.
Morag Tong. My father was responsible for the mutiny.
I did you a favor.
A favor? You left me to die. It's time for me to return your favor.
It's over, Tarek.
I certainly underestimated you.
You underestimate your son. He's your dad, even if he is a bastard. If you want to kill him, it's your decision. You want to meet my family?
Hello, friend.
Dropping in. Hey there, people. Time for more Val Serano.
Hey, everybody. Got some spoils to turn in. This is Val Serano.
This is my kind of dive. We should stop for a drink, see what we can learn.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the guildmaster. But honestly, Brynjolf, Vex, and Delvin do most the admin work.
Sure.
Congratulations on becoming the
Only one
guildmaster.
problem.
Reminds me of the days I
You
became the
said
captain of
to
the
make
Rose.
darkness as clear
There's
as
nothing
day
quite like the
bring.
freedom to run your own
Guess
outfit.
what? It
Get
doesn't.
rich or die trying, my friend.
Well, I'm already pretty well off. What you think of Riften? Saw a few ships at the docks.
Those are boats, not ships.
Isn't a ship just a big boat?
Trust me, there's a difference.
Gonna tell me?
Yes, you're right that they both float and a ship's larger, but a ship is more than that. She's your shelter against all the reckless wild of the sea. She'll carry your heart and soul over the horizon, and if you treat her right, she'll always bring you home.
Take out the trash like I asked. Please.
Still, just sounds like a big, really good boat.
Oh yeah, let me try and see if he'll put on his regular clothes. I had to do some maneuvering with console commands last time.
But please, don't
Make
chop
sure
my-
I look good.
Nice.
What did you do?
Hey, Yona, got a guest.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Where's everybody?
Sam's out with Damien.
Anyway, this is Val Serano.
What's on your mind?
My little house, safe for the time being. What do you think?
I just hope all your stuff's still here when we get back.
Actual crime is pretty low in Riften. Maven runs a tight ship, and the Thieves Guild has a policy. Don't shit where you eat. How's about a little late night outing? I still got some fight left in me.
Hey,
Hey, as a part-time magic user, I noticed you're pretty good at slinging spells.
well thanks. You're rather formidable yourself.
I took a couple classes at the college. Where'd you learn?
I taught myself mostly. I watched the weather patterns over the ocean, read any books I could find.
Without the basic instruction, it's impressive you're still in one piece.
Well, I'm hopeless at alteration magic. You gotta fake yourself out, believe your own lie, as it were. I could never get the knack. But I do wish I knew more about conjuration.
I'm decent at alt. Maybe the court wizards could help you.
You're kidding, right? A guy like me.
Psh, the one in Riften is a pushover. You know what? That sounds more fun than this dank cave right now.
Excuse my disorganization, but I'm in the middle of some delicate experiments.
My friend would like to ask about magic. Care to help him out?
By the gods! Is that the voice?
Oh, so you've heard of me. No, this guy needs your help.
Okay, got it. That's not something you see every day.
Would you please stop declaring
Hello?
that the city is safe for the Jarl to roam?
Sorry, I was
You
lost
and
in
I
thought.
both know that isn't
So many
true.
details to work out.
I would never know.
I know this looks bad.
You know that.
And what are you working on?
Why do you
A
always
little
question my
organization,
judgment?
and we'll get you shipshape
You
in
don't
no
trust
time.
me.
I trust
All
you.
right.
I'm just
I
concerned
have a
about
plan
the safety.
to
that's
experiment
all.
on you.
Don't be angry.
Let me explain.
I'm not angry with you.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm as curious as the next man. I'm gonna have to pass, just for today. A busy schedule.
You look like you've seen your share of adventure. What did you like to know?
You know anything about clairvoyant spells? That might be of mutual benefit under the disorganized circumstances.
You'd have your own
can
flesh and
certainly
blood
try.
just to solidify your grip as the next Jarl. If that's what it
You've
would
got
take,
a certain
then so
fire in your eyes. And that silly grin you get when you've done something wrong.
fighting back to back.
If you could see all that about me, then you already know we'd end badly, my dear.
Oh, you are terrible. You do know that, right?
Maybe Wylandria wasn't the best choice.
I thought she was fun.
Destana would be amused, so here's my alternate response.
Yeah, okay. She's pretty cute, too. You were such a flirt.
She started it. It was just meaningless banter. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I do feel more confident about my abilities to study.
On Midnight
Thank you.
Suite? Are we still meeting later for combat training?
Of course. Your training isn't complete yet.
I'll look forward to it then.
Never heard that dialogue before, but apparently that's vanilla. Yep, they're an item. You don't need to worry about who's Jarl right now, because I'm not going to.
5 more minutes.
Wake up, sleepy butt.
I'll rise, but I won't shine.
To Woundfirth. I don't want to wake the old guy up. I feel bad about this, but the quest must be completed. I even tried waiting, but he's sleeping in.
By the gods!
Hey, Val Serano here wants to ask you about magic.
So you do.
No, it's fine, really. Sorry to bother you.
It's intriguing the way certain materials are more or less receptive to the force of lightning, is it not?
Conductivity.
Yeah, it's like there are channels or obstructions in the materials. Lightning flows through silver like water but gets stuck in glass.
I had you figured for a mage.
I think you've mistaken me for someone else. What does a master mage even study?
Whatever I don't already know. Power's the crux of this world.
Huh. You're more practical than I expected. Thank you for your time, I mean it.
Well, he's going back to bed.
See, I've only talked to him a couple times, but I knew he was an old master.
I like that the mod just so suggests 3 wizards that Destana would know. She's a Stormcloak commander, so she would know Woundfirth. She lives in Riften, so Wylandria. And Farengar because of the main quest. And he's an obvious choice.
My friend here wants to know about magic. He's self-taught.
You didn't die.
Hilarious. I still have all 10 fingers and both eyes too.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. If you've got the aptitude, you should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
Farengar, if I wanted to sit around at a boring college, I'd already be there.
Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? What a waste. I prefer my books. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Yeah. You sound like my mother, you know that? I'll see myself out.
You know why I can just waltz into the Jarl's palaces, right? Well, in Whiterun anyway, I'm a thing.
Oh, impressive title. Should make it easier to avoid jail at least.
Well, if you're nice to me, maybe you can be my house, Carl.
Ha! I'll vanquish your enemies, but don't expect me to babysit your stuff.
Or my actual baby, I guess. So Farengar, not the right fit, eh?
No, he wasn't. I appreciate what you're trying to do for me, but I'm never gonna fit in with a bunch of mages hanging around in a library all day. Although, I guess I've done all right so far.
Woundfirth seemed pretty helpful, though.
He wasn't at all what I expected. He was interesting to talk to, and I wouldn't mind spending more time with him. Thanks, for encouraging me.
Maybe someday I'll take you to the college.
I know your family's honor is important to you.
Hello.
You seem uncomfortable here. To be honest, I am too. I just need some potions.
I can't hide much from you, can I? The Dunmer faith isn't well understood in Skyrim, and the people tend to have certain expectations of me since I'm a Nord. Do you follow any of the
I
Divines?
understand.
Thank you for giving me lots of options.
I'm more of an, Daedra follower.
You mean the Daedric princes, huh? I was raised to use caution when dealing with the House of Troubles, but that doesn't mean a bargain can't be struck now and then.
As far as the Divines, I like Talos. A man become god. Now there's a role model. I mean, except the nasty bits.
Can't say I ever understood going to war over a dead guy, but he certainly was a great man. Maybe divinity is just a legacy we leave behind.
Well said. And of course, Dibella's fine. Especially the dirty bits.
Really? Now you got me curious.
How about a dose of home? Azura's got a big-ass statue in Skyrim.
As you wish.
I'm pretty sure my Sanguine statue isn't recognized by the mod, and I'd need to re-enable Nocturnal, so I'm gonna stick with Azura.
I've always wanted to see the Shrine of Azura up close. I've seen it from the water, but of course, it's so much better in person.
Tell me more about the Dunmer faith.
Azura, Boethia, and Mafala I know well. My father worships in the New Temple faith and raised me the same.
I bet people give you a lot of shit for Daedra worship. I don't really openly discuss it.
Aedra and Daedra are two sides of the same coin. I was taught to view them with respect, not fear or reverence. The Daedra aren't good or evil. They are the way they are, because they are us. Or we're them. Manifestations of the moral psyche, maybe. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
You could probably be a scholar. I've never given it this much thought.
Now you sound like my mother. Anyway, who says I'm not? The only difference between a scholar's research and tomb robbing is writing it down. Eh?
So what do you think of Windhelm?
The history's impressive, but living here would be depressing. A different course, and I might have grown up in the Grey Quarter.
Because of your dad, right?
He was born to Morrowind refugees. I can't imagine him being a laborer. So he went to sea. Oh, and what are you working on over there?
Nothing. I'm actually lousy at crafting. I'm gonna cheat with magic. Well, I botched that up.
Aye.
But while you weren't looking, I stole this. Here, for you.
This is incredible. You made this for me because I left the Dark Rose?
I know the ship meant a lot to you.
I love it. This means more to me than words could possibly say. Thank you, my friend.
Can I ask you about something?
Anything.
About Fathis.
You had to pick that, huh?
He was your friend.
Was. I don't miss him, if that's what you were wondering.
I bet you do. Tell me a memory you have of him.
I know what you're trying to do. Fine. Maybe it will help. There was one shore leave down in Hammerfell, where we decided we were going to learn to pick pockets. We got pretty good in crowds, working together. So, we got the bright idea to try our newfound skills on my father. Obviously, Fathis and I spent the next 3 months on dog watch.
Obviously. But then you guys fought outside Solitude.
I just managed to escape from prison. He'd come there to kill me. I was unarmed and badly outnumbered. But I managed to stab him with his own sword before the mutineers with him took me down. They got cold feet and hauled me back unconscious to face Tarek instead of killing me outright. You know the rest.
Did you mean for him to die?
No. Yes. I was angry. I wanted revenge for his betrayal.
Understandable.
But Fathis was my brother, too. I would have given him a healing potion or something. At least not let him die alone in a ditch on the side of the road.
It's not your fault. You had no control.
I'm the captain of a ship. Everything that happens on board is my responsibility. I was complacent, arrogant. I should have seen it coming years before. I held the sword, and his death is my fault.
Wow. This is quite the performance.
I killed my brother.
I've been looking for you. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
It's a letter about Fathis. This person, it's his mom by the way, got a message from Mara. Fathis is not in any afterlife.
Val, this letter is for you.
It is. Thank you.
Your name is Valerius.
Yes, and I hate it. Please, for the love of the nine, do not call me that name.
Wouldn't dream of it, Valerius.
Ah, why are you like this?
Didn't know you wrote to your mother?
Well, yeah. Sure, I left home and didn't look back, but we aren't strained. Her name's Elin. She translates books for the various academics in the Imperial City.
I'm pretty sure you mean estranged. I was close with my mother. But actually, that's a big reason I ran off with the Sea Sparrow and came to Skyrim. There was nothing for me back there since she passed.
In that case, I hope they never meet.
Huh, yeah. Anyway, what are we gonna do about Fathis?
How do you feel about dealing with Daedric princes?
Let's say I'm open to the idea, but cautious. What's the plan?
We're dead in the water right now, but I know my mother's message is reliable. You saw Fathis die, only he's not dead. If there's a chance to save him for whatever fate's befallen him, I have to find out how. I let him down for years. I won't do it again. I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before. While unpalatable, there's no better or faster source of information. I know where a black book is that can help us. I'll read it and bargain with all eyeballs if I have to.
Never dealt with Herma Mora. Sounds like a terrible plan. Where's the black book now?
I originally found it in a cave on a god's forsaken island offshore from Solstheim. A story for another time. I left the book in my cabin with everything else on the Dark Rose. With luck, no one sold it or thrown it overboard yet.
Well, ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Let's get to the Rose immediately.
But if things get tentacly, I am done with this. I hate tentacles.
My boy! I knew you'd be back.
You could pipe down and sit in the hold for this trip, or you could disembark now. Which will it be?
Ungrateful whelp. You won't sail with your own father? It'll be just like old times.
I'm captain here because I'm the best man by a long sea mile.
Nautical mile?
Now get off my ship. Care to do the honors?
Oh, you're back, eh?
Val, look at me. You really think I could throw him overboard? I mean, I don't think my telekinesis is strong enough to lift a person yet. Wait, what am I doing? Tarek, you look like a nail. Meat, hammer.
My cabin looks just as I left.
Huh. Coins of Apocrypha? Interesting.
Maybe the old man really did? No. No, I know better. I'll just grab some clothes and a few of my things while we're here. I thought some of this stuff would be gone for good.
There's a lot of loot sitting around. I don't want to rob him blind. That wouldn't be very nice.
Alright, that's enough nostalgia. Let's read the book at the table.
I think I'm going to learn this spell. He's definitely a storm-type mage. Well, now this is her first official exposure to Black Book. And it's tentacle time.
What the heck is this place?
This looks very much like Dragonborn's version of Apocrypha. Which, I mean, I'm here for. I did like the dungeon design of Apocrypha and Solstheim.
Gods damn, I fucking hate tentacles.
Good enough. I'll see you in oblivion.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna stand back for this one.
Something in the vomit, or whatever this is. Ugh. I can't begin to guess how this journal ended up in here, but this is Fathis' handwriting. He wrote about finding a relic cursed by Moloch Baal.
Always bad news.
Wait, I know that place. We went there years ago, but I had no idea what he found. I could take us there with the Dark Rose whenever you give the word. Let's get out of here. There's nothing further to be learned.
Thank the gods. I'm pretty skeeved out.
Alright, no more self-control. That gold is mine.
The word is given. Let's go get Fathis.
Damn right. Make sail! Lay aloft, you fetchers!
I have a soul to claim. I want submission, suffering. You will die.
Once again, stealth prevails.
Captain!
Just Val, please. Fathis. Brother. I'm so sorry.
I screw up and nearly get you killed twice over.
Double dead.
And somehow you're gonna make it all about you. Val, you swit. You're worse than Tarek.
I wish I'd known what you were going through. Damn it, I wish I'd known about a lot of things.
I wish I'd told you. You'd have been an insufferable ass about it, though.
Probably. But you'd have deserved it.
Undoubtedly, brother. Couldn't even sacrifice you to the Daedra properly.
Oh, what would Tarek think?
Val, I know he's your father, but to oblivion with him.
You're damn right there. It's time for the both of us to move on. Look, I want you to have the ship. The Dark Rose is yours, if you'll take her.
What? You can't be serious. And no, you are. You wouldn't joke about this. Of course I'll take her. I'm honored. What about you? I can't even buy out your share properly right now.
Not all treasure's made of gold, so don't worry about it. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do. Need something?
Oh hey, undead ambush. Sorry, Val. Oh, that was a bad decision. Oh, Val's handling these guys, messing them up.
I think I remember you. You were on the road by Solitude.
Yep, that's me.
What a way to meet. Not sure how you got mixed up in all of this. I know you didn't have to come here. Thank you for helping me.
You're looking pretty banged up. Want a healing potion?
That would hit the spot. Thanks again.
Gonna be alright?
I honestly don't know. But I'm alive and free, so it's a start. That's something Val always used to say when we were in a tough spot. Hey, do you mind if I ask you something? Are you two close?
Yeah, I'd say we're friends.
It's just... he seems happy. I haven't seen him like that in a long time. I'm glad for him. And I hope you'll be a better friend to him than I was.
You're tough. You never gave old Molag Balls what he wanted.
Maybe you're right. Val's the closest thing to family I've got, and I love him like a brother. I hope we meet again sometime. Fair winds. Following seas.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about you. I've been reading this book, Lost Legends. I was hoping we could investigate a few of the ruins it mentions sometimes. What do you think?
Sounds like fun. Love to go there with you.
Really? Well, that's great. People say the Melusinae down south are real, but I never saw any, nor heard that tale from a sailor who wasn't 3 sheets to the wind. Now, Wisp Mothers, those are real. Which means the Pale Lady is no figment of a drunken imagination either. I got this for you. Forewarned is forearmed. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Let's go home.
Aye, Captain.
Hey, wait here.
Right here? I'm getting bored already.
Okay, I'm doing this on impulse, but I have about 200K in assets.
What can I do for you today?
I'd like to buy a boat.
Well, I've got one for sale if you're interested. It's the one with the blue sails out in the harbour.
Only 5,000? That's a steal. I'd be stupid not to buy it.
Excellent. She's all yours. I'll have her sent around to your new anchorage.
I pocketed more than that from Val Serano's cabin. Ugh, jeez. You are a master thief. Man, those falling maple leaves, this is really beautiful. And it's all autumny, very romantic.
Bring it in.
Got a surprise for you.
Well, that's nice of you, and I like surprises, but what are we doing all the way out here? And, whose boat is this?
It's your boat.
No, for me? This is amazing. Thank you. There's a peace on the open water you can't find anywhere else. Ask me anytime you want to go sailing.
Now. I want to go now. Tell me something I don't know about you.
All right. Did you know I spent a year in the Imperial Navy?
Why the heck would you do that?
Getting out was a lot harder than joining, too.
Well, now I gotta hear this.
When I was about 15, I hit my first big growth spurt and was pretty full of myself. I was already convinced I was the smartest one on the ship and was generally a pain in the ass. I got on my father's last nerve over something stupid. Get this, I woke up one morning after a night ashore and the Dark Rose was long gone. My father had left a note. He said I was to learn self-discipline in a manner of my choosing, and not to come back until I did.
What kind of pirate needs discipline? Actually, probably not all that different from guild thieves.
Hey, even the Thieves Guild has rules. You can't get rich by being sloppy or careless. So I lied about my age and joined the Navy. I started as a deckhand on the Bendu Alo. The captain was a Colovian noble, but surprisingly competent. He made me the bosun after ours was killed in a skirmish.
So that's where you got the tattoos. I got a couple myself.
Surprisingly, I don't have any Navy tattoos, even though I was in the Navy.
That's right. Imperial dragon on my shoulder here when I joined, the ropes on my wrists for deckhand, and the anchors for bosun. You'd think someone would have asked about the rose on my other arm. When I got back to the rose, my father didn't say a word. Acted like nothing had happened and put me back to work raiding. We actually had the Bendu Alo after us at one point a few years later. But I knew all the Navy's signals and strategies. We evaded them easily.
Clever boy. Tell me about one of your adventures. I told you about mine by the Star of Solitude.
All right, get comfortable. I once told you that why I found a black book was a story for another time.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, well, not all stories get a happy ending. I was 20, and was by then the first mate on the Rose. With both my father and I planning operations, we had an embarrassment of riches. But it was never enough for him. And if I'm being honest, not for me either. The money, the lifestyle it bought, none of it meant anything. I felt empty and restless.
Sounds like he always put himself first.
That's putting it mildly. He expected me to be exactly like him. There was no arguing with Tarek. I needed to figure myself out. It had to be fast too, because where I come from, losing your edge will get you killed. It's not exactly the kind of book you can find at your local library. And I had to know if my father could change. If he could love me. Well, you met him. I didn't like my answer. And now I owed Hermaeus Mora a favor. Once I was captain, I continued with business as usual, but I also started crawling through ruins to find knowledge for Apocrypha's collection.
How'd you outsmart the old man anyway?
Once I understood that everything was always about him, it was just a matter of towing the line in public and feeding his ego. It took me 2 years, but by the time he realized how much of the business I actually controlled, it was too late for him to object. In the end, it didn't matter what things I found as long as they were hidden and forgotten. The Daedric Prince was always demanding more. The joke was on him, though, because thanks to my father, I knew which way the wind was blowing. I never asked for everything Hermaeus Mora gave me. It was more like a curse. I spat my defiance at his nearest eyeball and learned something important about the Daedra. They can't make you do anything.
Huh.
They can make it really unpleasant not to, though. That self-awareness I'd gotten, it never went away. It's constant. and I'll always know exactly what problems are my own damn fault.
It's not your fault.
What?
The way Tarek treated you. You were just a boy.
But I chose to be there. I know. It wasn't until I was grown that I could stand up to him. I just hate that it took me so long.
You know what I think? The sun just set, and I'm gonna go for a swim. Join me, if you want. Don't you think you're a little overdressed?
Sure.
Bet you can't catch me. Hey, check out this ring I got from a dragon.
Well, that's it for today. Did something happen out there on that boat? Find out next time. So long and happy modding.